Alright guys, welcome back. This is going to be the second installment to the guitar series entitled The Guitar and the Story. So we're on number 2 and I got quite a ways to go, but this guitar you guys have seen in a ton of videos. This is a Jackson SLXT Soloist Slime Green with the Tune-o-matic on it. There's not very many of these out there anymore. They're very, very hard to come by. I just searched just for shits and giggles to see if I come across it, and I still never come across this anymore. I got this one back in, I believe it was the beginning of 2019. What inspired me to get this pretty much is this takes me back to like my childhood memories of when my dad restored a 1970 Challenger. 2.5 years he spent on it, built it all himself, painted it, did everything. You name it, he did it all. And this really, really brings back those memories of that car and how hard my dad worked, his work ethic, how much he busted his ass to get what he wanted. And everything always turned out amazing. And, you know, a lot of that, pretty much all that positivity just rubbed off on me. And any kind of hobby or anything that I get inspired to do, I always take it to the absolute max. And this when I look at this guitar, when I play it and everything, it reminds me of that car and that time when I was a little kid, just always going out into the garage and watching my dad work on this car. And my dad was always out there working on that car. So like this really inspires me every time I look at it. And that's why, that was like the main reason why I picked this guitar up. And then it just turned into, you know, a big guitar collection once bodybuilding was pretty much over with, competitive bodybuilding, and I was able to just put all my energy and focus into my other hobby that was taking a back seat. So this guitar has the EMG. These are just the HZ. I call them abominations actually because they're not very good pickups. In certain situations they might do you okay. Like you really got to push your amplifiers. If you got high gain amps, you really have to push them hard to get anything really like as far as tonality goes, anything that you can actually use as far as your thrash metal and things like that, or even death metal. You really got to push your amps to get anything really good out of this. My Fortin Nameless plugin off of my computer hates this guitar. When I was doing those Sunday with Ola challenges, this guitar just didn't show up. I plugged into it, I could not get anything to sound good out of that Fortin Nameless with this guitar. So this one is still not showing up yet. But yeah, these pickups still need to get changed, and I'm still undecided what I want to do as far as a pickup upgrade. I did put a Seymour Duncan Black Winter in my Beast, which we'll get to, you know, down the road when I get to talk about that guitar. It's going to be a while, but we're on this one. That pickup's going to be, I think, too hot for this guitar because this one is a basswood and that one is a mahogany. So I think it'll just make it sound just too nasally, and just it's not going to be suitable. But I could be wrong on that. I mean, I was considering maybe a X2N, one of the DiMarzio X2N pickups to go in here, but I'm still undecided. I'm kicking it around. To move further on this guitar, it's just got the one volume and then the tone right there, just a 3-way blade switch on it. Of course, neck through, and that's a very nice heel on that guy. Very, very accessible if you're a really kick-ass, you know, soloist shredder, which I'm very, very poor at. I'm not so good at soloing. I mean, I can, when it comes time to write a solo, I put more thought into it. It's not just a bunch of just, you know, fretboard gymnastics and things like that. I do put some thought into my solos. I want people to remember them. I want to remember them when I, you know, go back and listen. But other than that, this used to be a rosewood fingerboard, And if you guys have not seen the ebonizing Fretboard, making it pop, it was called, I went ahead and dyed my fretboard. It was a little bit of a shit show, to say the least, when I first started it, but it turned out really, really pretty incredible the way it came out when it was all said and done. So it took a little bit of extra TLC to get the job done. If I would have did it right the first time, right off the bat, I wouldn't have had the issues that I ran into. But for comedic relief and to save you guys some of the pain and suffering that I went through, that's why I just documented everything, and it turned out to be a 4-part series. So I will link that in the description for you guys, so you guys can check that out. Get a good laugh, make fun of me, whatever you need to do. But no, it was good times to get this thing to look the way I did. I was committed, and I made sure that it was going to come out, looking amazing, which I think it does. Definitely got that dark, like what you see on the USA models. So I was definitely happy with the way this came out. It's just got the basic standard Jackson tuning pegs. These things aren't the greatest. They're actually kind of crap, to be honest with you. Each tuning peg just kind of has a mind of its own as far as when you go to turn to raise or lower the pitch. Like especially my third string. My third string, I'll be turning it, and all of a sudden it'll just go way sharp or go way flat when I'm trying to tune it back up. And this third string always goes out of tune when I do bends. So there's a definite issue with that. What else? This is set up in, I have this at 10 to 46 D'Addario, just the nickel wound XL strings, which I like. I like the XLs better than I like the NY XLs. My experience with playing these strings, they stay brighter longer, they last a bit longer before I have to change them. And I can't really say the same with the NY XLs. That's just my opinion. That's my experience with it. I mean, you guys probably may or may not have different opinions on there, different experience, but this was my experience with these strings compared to those. What else can I say? 24 jumbo frets. The fretwork on this is actually pretty good for considering what I've been through with the Jackson models that were post 2000. I've had nothing. Sorry, Jackson. I mean, I used to love you to pieces when I was a kid, but just I can't say the same anymore. Your quality has definitely slipped. Particularly like on the, as far as like cosmetic issues, that's main things that I gripe about with the Jackson models is, yeah, a lot of the, like for instance right here, you guys may or may not see that clear coat has been coming off slowly but surely over time. It just gets more and more dull, and it's like right down to the actual finish, paint underneath. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Probably, yeah, right there looks pretty poo, but yeah, that's pretty much found throughout the alongside the neck of this guitar. It's just, yeah, it's not a perfect instrument by any means. I mean, it's got its, like I told you with the tuning, some of the tuning issues that it has, but playability freaking awesome. When I can push these pickups, like when I use my Boss Katana, I do get a good overdrive distortion kind of thrash metal tone out of it, definitely. Looking for something with more versatility. That's why this thing definitely needs a pickup upgrade. I'll probably just leave the neck pickup in there because I don't do a whole lot of soloing, and if I do, I just grab another guitar and I'll play a solo over it and call it okay. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this guy. Yeah, like I said, yeah, that's what inspired me the most to pick this up. Is it just brings back memories of that car that my dad restored, and then yeah, because lime green's obviously my favorite color from that car back in the day. And I don't know how much, if they even show up out there when they do, what people are going to be asking for them, because these are very hard to come by now. Like I said, the ones that are out there, they have the Floyd Rose on them, the Floyd Rose Special. This particular model is just really hard to find right now. And if you guys come across it, it might have the same issues on it that this one has, but I'll if you can overlook that for the price that you pay for it, it is a very, very great guitar for the money that you pay for it if you're able to get it for a decent price, because this thing is you can move on it really quick. This has a great neck profile on it. Just a super shredder neck, man, for sure. It's super thin. Like, you can just boom right over it. I got big hands and short fingers, but this is actually a really comfortable guitar. I freaking love this thing, man. I'm usually not a Strat guy, but this one's a special to me. It just is. That's why I picked it up. So here is the aerial view of the Jackson SLXT Soloist Slime Green. Super pretty color. I really like that. And my ebonized fingerboard that went pretty sour when I first initially started it. Headstock. Dunlop products. Get the hell out of there. Blocking my view, buddy. And it's just got the, like I said, standard item Jackson tuning pegs. Nothing special. But again, I mean, this thing does have its issues. I mean, it's mostly cosmetic. And I got some cosmetic right in there. Guitar was already starting to do that. And it just kind of takes on a life of its own. But luckily, I mean, these are relatively inexpensive guitars. Now I can't say the same about that, because this model with this tune-o-matic design, pretty hard to come by. Just don't see very many of them anymore. You see the ones with the Floyd Rose Special, and that bridge is definitely special in the wrong way. Thing's a piece of garbage. So that's the back side. Really nice cutaway right through here. Neck is super thin. We come up, we finish up over here. Crafted with quality in India. Yeah, I'd have to disagree with you on that. Maybe quality on some instruments, but not all. If you guys know what I'm talking about with my QC issue video that you guys may have not seen on the Jackson 7-string Corey B Signature Pro Series. Things definitely got some cosmetic issues all over the damn place. So that is a part of this story in this series. And if you guys like the video, that always helps out. Smash that thumbs up button. Questions, anything, and I'd be more than happy to answer you guys' questions. And like always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. You guys take care. Be safe.